Well, let's move on now to the latest coming in on the Bihar election campaigning. 2 days after hitting the campaign trail with back-to-back rallies, BJP's two-star campaigners Shahnawaz Hussain and Rajiv Pratap Rudy have tested positive for COVID. Taking to Twitter, former Union Minister and BJP leader Shahnawaz Hussain has said that he got himself tested after exhibiting symptoms, and the leader appealed to those who came in contact with him over the past few days to check if they were infected as well. Ayushman Kumar now joining us live. So Ayushman, of course, this is proving to be hazardous, and we have said it time and again that to have an election at a time like this is again, potentially a dangerous situation, and we see the leaders themselves are falling prey to COVID. What is the status with Rajiv Pratap Rudy and Shahnawaz Hussain?
Well, Afrida, both of the star campaigners of the BJP have tested positive, and the office of Rajiv Pratap Rudy has made the confirmation that, in fact, he has contracted the infection. And Shahnawaz Hussain has taken it to Twitter to tell that he has contracted the infection and has tested positive. But the larger point remains, Afrida, that the question that has been there for past few days, the kind of rallies that we are witnessing. Election Commission has written to the Chief Secretary to state of Bihar, and also to the other state where the by-elections are taking place. Because if you see the images from the rallies, clear violation of social distancing norms are taking place, and that is something which can act as super spreader event. And because of that reason only, there are COVID guidelines specifically mentioned for rallies. That seems not to be taking place on ground. And as a result of that, you have seen two of the most prominent faces in the star campaigners list. They have tested positive. Tomorrow is the rally of Prime Minister Modi in Bihar, Afrida, and before that this has come. So definitely the COVID scare that is there in Bihar, that is coming into reality, and people who are not following the social distancing norm must remember the fact that yes, COVID is still here, and somewhere the social distancing guidelines need to be followed if the virus chain that has to be broken here in the state of Bihar.
Absolutely. The virus is very much in the air. So if you are out there mingling with people, obviously you are going to be vulnerable. There is no escaping this reality. Leaders and people alike must on their own accord take all the necessary precautions. That's the only way that one can be safe. Ayushman, thanks for joining us. Let's also tell our viewers that the EC has taken cognizance of the laxity shown by parties over the crowd management at the public rallies in Bihar. It has issued an advisory asking parties to follow instructions related to COVID during polls. The EC said that the district administration would be expected to invoke appropriate penal provisions against candidates and organizers if they are found responsible for any violations.